Welcome to Fast History. Like, subscribe, you know the deal. Wars, and most other things, cost money. A problem with money, however, is that criminals sometimes try to mimic it and use their counterfeit money to buy real goods. Counterfeiting has been a problem ever since the concept of money was created. One man, however, during the American Civil War, turned what would usually be an illegal act into a prosperous and patriotic trade. His name was Samuel Upham. Upham, often called Honest Sam today, in his early life moved around from place to place looking for excitement and to make something of himself. Born in Vermont in 1819 to a very religious and very farmy family, he understandably got bored and left in 1839 for New York. Getting bored there as well, he joined the Navy in 1842 and stayed on for 3 years, receiving the rank of Master's Mate. Probably getting tired of cleaning ships all day, however, he left for Philadelphia after his discharge, where he got married and opened up a stationery and perfume shop. He finally settled down. Well, temporarily. In 1849, he sailed to California for the gold rush, and although not successful, he helped start a newspaper in Sacramento before moving back to Philadelphia. Back in Philly, he ran his shop successfully and invested in a handful of railroads. He realized he had a real knack for business, which he liked. When the Civil War started, he began to sell patriotic items promoting the USA and novelty goods mocking the CSA. He wasn't alone in this, but in 1862, he got a hold of a Confederate banknote and had a brilliant idea. He'd make a counterfeit copy of the note, place a warning label at the bottom stating that it was a fake, and sell it for a penny. He wasn't the only person trying to make counterfeits, others were making them too, even in Cuba. But Upham's were so good and so cheap that smugglers would buy them by the stack, cut off the warning label, travel down south to buy cotton and other goods, and resell them for actual money. As business grew, Upham offered to buy other authentic Confederate banknotes to have more of a variety in his growing collection of mementos of the rebellion. He even began using official cardstock and printed so many bills that smugglers and soldiers alike stopped by his shop before heading down south. You just can't pass up on those prices. Needless to say, Upham grabbed some attention from both governments. The North didn't know what to do. They feared Upham's actions would inspire Confederate counterfeiters to do the same with federal banknotes. Some wanted Upham to stop. But because the federal government did not officially recognize the Confederacy as an actual nation, technically Upham was doing nothing wrong in a legal sense. After politely asking him to stop, he was accused of counterfeiting federal banknotes as well and placed under investigation. But Secretary of War himself, Edwin Stanton, stepped in and ended the whole thing before it got too far, saving Upham. The Confederate government ordered the death penalty for any counterfeiters caught and was rumored to have placed a bounty on Upham of $10,000. Hopefully not in Confederate dollars. Either way, he loved the publicity, and sales continued to grow for a time. By late 1863, after the fall of Vicksburg and the Confederate loss at Gettysburg, most Southerners stopped using Confederate graybacks and just bartered or used U.S. banknotes to purchase goods. Because of this, business died down for the counterfeiters, and Upham eventually went back to selling stationery supplies. The most astonishing thing about this is that he did it all in just under 2 years. Modern estimates propose Upham printed so many counterfeits that his notes alone accounted for 1 to 3% of the total Confederate money supply, which meant millions of dollars worth of goods were smuggled out of the South during the war. This is Eric the LonePineWolfman. Please tune in next time for more Fast History.